Hey, it's me, Raika. Today we're going to have a look at Ferael, Doomwhisperer from the Graveborn faction. Now, this hero wears leather-based gear, is part of the Ranger class, and his primary role is to provide screen-wide control through his stuns, fears, and energy reduction abilities. So let's have a look at his skills. His ultimate skill, Nether Blaze. Ferael deals damage to all enemies on the battlefield. He inflicts additional damage on enemies for each evil spirit haunting them. So, evil spirits is Ferael's bread and butter. Now, he'll continue be inflicting more evil spirits on enemies, and these evil spirits will have all the control effects that I have mentioned. Now, the screen wide damage is 170%, and each additional spirit will cause 25% more damage for each one. Level 2, Spirit's attack speed is increased for 6 seconds. Level 3, the damage is increased of this ultimate from 170 all the way to 220%. His next ability, a Cursed Arrow. Ferael fires a cursed arrow at an enemy, dealing 140% damage to them. The cursed arrow causes an evil spirit to haunt the enemy for 10 seconds. So this evil spirit is a little black spirit that will continue keep circling one particular enemy. Any spirits which are summoned due to one of Ferael's skills will attack their target once every 3 seconds. So this is when they'll inflict their control effects. Level 2, damage is increased to 170%. The level 3, any spirits which are summoned due to one of Ferael's skills will deduct 15 points of the target's energy per attack. So this is once every 3 seconds. Level 4, any spirit which is summoned due to one of Ferael's skills have a chance to interrupt the enemy's attacks each time they attack them. So this can be their normal attacks, their ultimate, and any other abilities that the hero may have. His next ability, Terrorize. Ferael terrifies and stuns 2 heroes for 2 seconds and summons an evil spirit which haunts them for 10 seconds. The level 2, this Terrify is increased to 3 enemies. The level 3, the stun effect lasts for 3 seconds, and the 13 engravings when fewer than 3 enemies are terrified. Enemies are stunned for 4 seconds. So as we can see, this is an increase to his control effectiveness on the battlefield. His next ability, Corrupted Spirit. Ferael summons an evil spirit from any fallen hero's corpse that then haunts an enemy for 10 seconds. The level 2, any spirits which are summoned due to one of Ferael's skills will remain on the battlefield for 3 seconds. So as we can see, this spirit will seek out enemies. Any spirit which is summoned due to Ferael's skills will remain for an additional 5 seconds on the battlefield. And the 60 engravings, any spirits that are summoned due to Ferael's skills will remain on the battlefield for 7 seconds. So let's have a look at his signature item. Now when you unlock the Anguished Spirit, normal attacks will cause an additional evil spirit to haunt the enemy target if a critical strike occurs. The level 10 unlock, attack rating for all enemies are reduced by 3%, and health recovery is reduced by 15% for every spirit that is haunting an enemy on the battlefield. This skill can be stacked up to 4 times. So as we can see, this is a total of 12% attack rating reduction and a total of 60% health recovery rate. So this essentially can lead to enemies not being able to get healed from their allied heroes. Now the 20 and 30 increase this effectiveness even further. So as we can see, the attack rating reduction is 5% and the health recovery is 15%. So what this means, you can reduce enemies' attack rating by a total of 30%, and then the healing reduction, you can reduce it by 90% on the enemy. So this can render all healing effects and any healing over time effects completely void when Ferael uses his haunt abilities. So let's look at his furniture over here. Ghastly Hauntings. Now when you unlock the 3 out of 3, Ferael's normal attacks cause his target to lose 12 points of haste for 1.5 seconds. If the target is haunted by 3 evil spirits, Ferael's normal attacks stun the target instead. The 9 out of 9, Ferael uses the skill A Cursed Arrow as his normal attack. So this is where he can generate more evil spirits, which can be used once every 1.5 seconds. So let's have a look at how he does in battle. So we're going to start off with the wooden training dummy over here. So let's have a look at how he does with this training dummy over here. So as soon as he starts battle, he'll fear multiple targets. So 3 enemies got feared for 3 seconds. Now, in addition to this, you can see the little evil spirits that are around the enemy. This is reducing their energy, fearing them, and stunning them at the same time. So this is a massive screen-wide control effect that one hero can provide for your team. Now, this targets multiple heroes, so even if it misses one target, it will still be able to hit the other targets as well. As we can see, that is his little terrorize ability. So let's have a look at his ultimate. There we go, an enemy has appeared. So you'll leap into the air and summon and screen-wide damage to all enemy heroes. So let's have a look at how he does at a much higher level deficit. So from this battle over here, we can see that this is a 160 level deficit. Now, even though Ferael is not a damage dealer, he's still provided a significant amount of extra damage that helped out my team over here. Now, his primary focus is still control through his stuns, fears, and energy reduction, so he is an excellent asset to any team that he is placed in. So let's have a look at how he does in this particular battle. Now, when he starts battle, he'll immediately fear the Saphir and the Anarchy over here. This will stop them from casting their abilities, gaining any buffs, and allowing your team to come up top and gain victory over my opponent. Now, let's say an enemy hero has a cast time of one of their particular abilities. So this can be their ultimate or their normal skills. This will stop them immediately from casting. So let's say Sophia over here is getting ready to cast her ultimate. When Ferael fears her, and this happens every so couple of seconds, this will cancel that ult, reducing the amount of incoming damage and allowing your allies to survive even longer, as we can see in that particular moment when Ferael feared the Sophia. Now, this will continually happen throughout the duration of battle, and Ferael is extremely tanky because he's a leather-based hero, allowing him to mitigate a lot of front-line damage. So as we can see, we have claimed victory. So what is the minimum investment that I would recommend into this particular hero? Now, I would highly recommend getting his 30 signature item. The reason for this is this provides a massive amount of reduction in incoming damage, such as 30% reduced attack rating for the enemies. In addition, this reduces their healing by 90%. And also, you get to ramp up your spirits much quicker when you unlock the signature item. Now, the next item that I would highly recommend is getting his 9 out of 9 furniture. The reason for this gives him an extra utility-based option where he can reduce the enemy's haste, and in addition, he can generate even more spirits, allowing you to control more enemies for a longer duration of time. Now, I do not recommend getting his engravings. However, if you would like an additional control aspect, this may be helpful. However, this is not necessary for him, as his base kit, such as his signature item and his furniture, are more than enough to carry him in battles wherever he goes.